Hello and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me for today. And this is our first card for the stamp set of the week, Beautiful Butterflies. It's this beautiful set of lovely butterflies. It comes with a embossing folder and it also comes with dies. So let me show you our normal where I stamped everything out. So as you can see, we have got a large butterfly here, and then a medium-sized one, then one that's flying sideways. You've got infills here and some speckles, and then you have happy birthday for you, time to celebrate, in case you need me, I'm here, hello, and so thankful. So they are all the dies. We have 12, sorry, they were all the stamps. We have 12 dies. So we've got large, medium and small bodies. We have two delicate cuts. We have one infill of a butterfly, so that would fit over this one here. This one here would fit over here. We have two sentiment bars, and if we turn it over, we have this rather delicate part of a butterfly here. We have the outline of the butterfly here. We have this one, look. It opens. Oh, she says, there we go. It opens. So you can make that into a card. We'll see that later in the week. And we also have this rather beautiful embossing folder. Now this die here fits over this bit here. So this bit can be run through with the embossing folder and the die. So let me quickly show you. So this is the embossing folder. There is the butterfly. Here is the die, and what you would do is you would fits over like there, should fit in. That's it, fits in there. You put your piece of paper in, you put that in, and you run the whole thing through and it cuts out this entire shape for you. But if you wanted to, you could just cut out the solid image and then decorate it. So this is what they classify as a hybrid die and embossing folder. Now, this is not carrying over into the new catalogue, so if you want this stamp set, you really need to get it now. The new stamp set, the new catalogue comes out in May, so we've only got today and April to get anything that we haven't already purchased and we're desperate to get. I like this beautiful butterfly set. So let me show you our card. She says, what have I done with it? Covered it up. There it is. There's our card. So we've gone for a very simple card this morning. And you literally stamp it out and raise it up. So we'll go through that in a second. You've got some detail inside. So let me bring in the supplies. So I have got, oops, come here, Night of Navy, which measures 8 inches by 5 3/4. 2 pieces of the white cardstock, both measuring 3.5 by 5 1/4. I have also got my Calypso Coral, which is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, and I have a 2.5 by 1/2 inch for my sentiment. So let us focus on these 2 pieces first of all. So to get the entire butterfly on, we need to stamp this in landscape. So let's do that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our very large butterfly and we're going to stamp that up in Night of Navy. I'm just going to stamp him up. And then I'm just going to put him on the wonk a bit. I mean, you could put him straight down, but I'm just going to put him slightly off kilt, straight down, and then straight up. So that is our beautiful butterfly. We have these little details, which I think are actually meant to go on the butterfly. However, I'm going to use them as an outline. So I'm going to use my old olive, and I'm going to put one there, one there. I'm then going to just give that a quick clean and bring in Calypso Coral. And I'm going to stamp that 3 times. So I'm going to do one up there, one down here, and oh, let's go over here, shall we? Yeah, around about here. There we go. Now, before we put the inks away, we are going to do the inside. So let's pop that up there and bring that down. I've got a small flying away butterfly, which I will stamp up in the Calypso Coral. There we are. And then I'm going to stamp the full butterfly in the Old Olive. There we go. You'll go down here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp up the Happy Birthday, which comes with the stamp set. And I will do that in the Night of Navy. Obviously, other colours are available should you wish to choose those. So I hope you've all had a wonderful weekend. It was Mothering Sunday here in the UK. So if you're watching in the UK, I hope you had a lovely Mothering Sunday and you managed to get some sort of relaxing. Oh, while we're out, let's do the sentiment. Where did I put that? There it is. Okay, so stamp that up. And we'll put that in the middle. There we go. Perfect. Right. So the next thing to do is to colour our butterfly in. And I'm using Old Olive and Calypso Coral for the infills. So I'm going to do the dark Old Olive at the top on both sides. Across here. Like so. And then I would use a light Calypso Coral to colour the inside. And obviously whatever I do on this side, you're going to do on the other, because our butterfly is symmetrical. And then when I come to do the bottom part, I will change it over, and I'm going to use the light Old Olive to colour in the outside of the butterfly. And then I will use the dark Old Olive to colour in the inside of the butterfly. There you are, thank you very much. Let's use the inside of these smaller pen. There we go. Looks like there's a little bit of overuse on my thicker edge. There we go, so we can colour those in like so. Now when you have coloured all of that in with all your colours, you need to take the large butterfly that we were just showing you and run that through the embossed cutter machine, and it will come out looking like this. There we go. So you've got these two pieces. Now what you're going to do is you're going to mount the frame onto our Calypso Coral, and you're just going to use your multi-purpose for that. So when we go all the way around, go on all the way around. Perfect. There we are. So the weather here is beautiful today. It's actually colder in my office than it is outside, which makes a change. So both the dogs are out in the garden sunbathing. So hopefully we will get through an entire video without any interruption. But never say never. Oops, come on, down you go. There we go. Right, so once you've stuck down the entire frame and it's flat, you now can put your butterfly on. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold along the edge of the body. So I'm just going to do it by hand. I'm not going to do anything scoring or anything. I'm just going to fold it by hand, just making sure it's over by the body. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the body flat down, like so. Now on this one, what I've done is I've stuck the body down flat and I have put one dimensional under each of the wings. I'm going to try something slightly different on this one. I'm still going to stick this bit down, but I'm actually going to put two dimensionals under each wing, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to stack them. So I'm going to put on there, take that one off, and then I'm going to sit this one on top. I'm going to do that. Same on here. Take that one off. What I'm trying to do is I'm hoping to see a little bit more of the colour that is underneath the butterfly. So in this case, the Calypso coral. So it'd be interesting to see the comparison of the single layer and the double layer. Wonderful. Take that bit off. And then you can pop that one on the top as well. And then you just take off your backings. Yep, done that. And then before I stick those down, I'm just going to run a slither of glue down here and down the little head of the butterfly. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to stick the middle down first. So I'm making sure it fits into where the frame was. So that's the head or the tentacles in, and the body is in its place. Now I can put down my dimensionals. There we go. And it will give you a curve now of the butterfly. You just curve it, and if it doesn't stick down too well, you can just use your finger to push that down. Yeah, you can stay down as well. Okay, so that gives you a bit more of the Calypso coral you can see there, whereas the Highland Heather on this one really can't see that well. So you've got two versions you can try. The one where it's raised a bit more, you can see the dimensionals there, or just use one apiece. And then he just folds over, so you can just keep him down and he just rolls over the edges like so. Okay, so the next thing to do is to find somewhere to put our sentiment. Okay, words aren't working today. Because this is two dimensionals high, it's actually going to make that quite high to put it up. So I'm going to either try, and I think I might just could put it there. Could put it there. Or I could even put it there. I think that one works for me. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is just put one dimensional into the middle here. And I'm just going to pop this over to see if it actually, so it doesn't actually touch the dimension underneath. So you are going to need to put two on. That's one there, and then we can put the other one flat on the top. Okay, and now what we'll do is we will just rest our happy birthday onto the top. There. Okay, so, hello. So the next thing to do now is to bring in our Night of Navy. So we're going to fold this in half, or for those of you that prefer, score at the 4-inch mark. There's my bone fold up. I'm going to burnish that. And let's put the inside in first. I keep hovering there. So pop some of your multi-purpose there. Let that go inside. I'm loving the colours here. These are quite vibrant compared to the soft sea foam and the Highland Heather. And now these are going to go onto here flat again. And that way it won't be too bulbous to post. Obviously, you could put more dimensions on, depending if you were going to hand it to the person rather than to actually post it. So there is today's quick and easy card using the beautiful butterflies. I hope you like that design. As I say, it's quite quick and easy. It could use it, doesn't have to be a happy birthday. It could even be a happy Easter card if you wished. So we're back on Wednesday. So do join me then for our next card in the stamp set of the week. I hope to catch up with you very soon. I hope the weather is nice and warm where you are and you manage to get outside and get some wonderful sunshine rays. But whatever you do for the rest of the day, take care, lots of love, and I hope to catch up with you soon. Bye.